Good morning there people, My Space Secrets here with another update. I hope you are going well. It is Thursday, July the 16th, 2009. We are currently in the middle of the earnings report on the market. It was an interesting night for me because I was actually shorting the US dollar. As you know, there's been a fairly significant move to the downside recently, and while I was basically dabbling on the market, I thought we could cover some important topics covering the dollar and what other things are happening at present. I feel for a lot of people around the world, it's probably an important topic right now. You know, there's a frightening low percentage of people that are still not awake to the true reality of what is going on. Whether it's they simply do not care or they just don't like reality, it's totally up to the individual. And if you are watching these videos right now, you've found this video by chance, or you're hearing all this information for the first time and have a different opinion to my topics, and that's quite alright. But if you go back, I try to present information in a way that is important and to the point. I study the global markets very, very hard and investigate all things quite extensively before I post, and that's quite important. And I do believe that we are going to see a currency crisis come very soon, which includes the US dollar. I also now have a very worrisome interpretation about what's happening in the UK at the moment. I do feel that the UK currency, the pound sterling, is in for a little bit of trouble down the track. And actually, at the G8 event, some of the leaders actually confirmed this currency crisis could come. Now, they didn't do this directly, but a lot of my smart listeners know that if the dollar was fine and the other currencies too, then they wouldn't be showing you an example of what we're seeing on the screen right now. An example of a new currency, a world currency that could actually come into play very soon. And for me, this is a very important confirmation that we are heading for trouble. They just do this quietly. They release information sort of quietly under the radar, and when you learn how to pick up on these things, you will see what events are possible. And this is a very good example, a classic example of this. And for many people around the world, 2009 for some will be a year where many people are going to start to open their eyes for the first time. But also, it's going to be a year where majority of people will close them to the truth. And the latter there will struggle to survive with their sanity intact, unfortunately. And for the ones woken up, by the end of this year, you will become suspicious of many politicians, governments, if you are not already. Trust me, the higher ranking of these people know exactly what is around the corner, but they have an agenda. I remember many years ago when I first warned of a recession, possible depression, the market collapsing. You know, very few people listened back then, and I thought, they thought that I'd lost the plot. But there were some people that actually listened up, stuck their heads out, and thought I might have had a point back then. But really, I knew these things were coming, and I just wanted to get everyone to start to think. Maybe even some possibilities of it happening. But here on this channel, the rules are simple. Listen and conclude and hold things in the back of your mind. Don't be judgmental. If the things I say on here shock you or catch you by surprise, realize other people that don't understand these sort of things are completely shocked and devastated and even homeless with a very bleak future because they seriously just don't choose to follow truth. But it's no use crying over spilt milk. We are all here present and forced to live through things, good, the bad, the up and the down. I remember in 2007 into 2008, a lot of the politicians even act surprised. It was a complete surprise to them that the credit crisis had loomed. And what did they do? They told you to stay cool and just don't panic, and they would work things out. Yes, that really worked, didn't it? And that's why I believe a lot of people come and search for, seriously, because they think, how many times can one allow themselves to be lied and misled by people higher up? But okay, let's give you this situation here. If you had a horse tipster constantly giving you 7 winners out of 10 races, you found a pretty good thing. You found a bit of a gold mine. But if a politician lies to you 7 out of 10, who do you continue to listen to then? The tipster or the politician? Well, it's sad to say, but a lot of people would still choose the politician. But I'll tell you what, the day where you realize the media and government continue to lie to you is the day where wisdom kicks in, contempt is had, and you're basically treating them the way they have to you for many years. I think a lot of people still don't trust their instincts, and you have to know your instincts, know how your instincts works, and that helps to know a lie when you hear one. And if you think there is big changes coming, this year, for the rest of this year, maybe leading into 2010, you have not seen anything yet, by all means. But the message today is trust your instinct. It's very important. Okay, I'm out of here. Thanks again for joining me today. There are some big important events coming. It is my duty to help you realize this, not to make you scared, but just to wake you up and give you a good window of time to prepare. It's simple. I'm sure I'll be doing this for as long as I can. I appreciate you for listening to this message, rating and commenting below. Be good. Thanks for joining, and I'll catch up with you all very soon. Have a great day. Bye.